Cheers and chants, students and staff at Baltimore Design School with the standing ovation showing their love to their principal. And we continue to highlight principals making a difference in their schools. They're being celebrated for the fun of educational excellence. And joining us is Principal Darrin Brozene. He's the heart of Baltimore Design School. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
It's not bad when the principal has his name chanted in the hallways.
I know. I could get used to that pretty quickly, right?
First, congratulations. And tell me about what this school means to you, because I feel like when you see kids chanting and just see the smiles on the faces, this is, as we've said countless times, it becomes sort of a family, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the feel we really shoot for at Baltimore Design School. We want to really embrace the students and make sure that they feel at home and welcome in our building. Yeah. It's a safe space, but a space that they can learn and grow and see themselves not only in middle school or high school, but after that as well.
I'll read you a quote because I thought this was good. You probably heard this already. He's consistent, understanding, enlightening, and inspiring. I thought that was going to be an adult who said it. That's from a kid.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I mean, it says a lot about your relationship with them, yeah?
Well, and that's so much important part of my job as principal is to build those relationships with families, with community members, with staff, but most importantly with students. Yeah. I really want them to feel like they can come to me, we can interact and engage and really help make sure that they're in the best spot possible and help their growth so they can become college and career ready too.
You try to take a big population and shrink it down so everyone gets the attention they need, the champion team. Tell me about that.
It's a group of leaders that we put together under our former principal, Principal Valentine. Okay. And we really expanded it most recently and incorporated our related service providers, our guidance counselors, our community specialists, really looking at the whole child and looking at students at all angles. Because again, we want to make sure that they have what they need and that we're looking at the key data points, you know, whether it's from academics, whether it's from attendance, whether it's they feel like they belong. All those things are important, and that's what we really look at that champion team.
I have a 10th grader, so I know what it's like trying to get a kid to go to school. Yeah. You found a way to take absenteeism and slash the number that came before you. Yep. What was the difference maker there?
It's building those connections, and we as that champion team took on that responsibility to connect with students. We look at data points and say, hey, who do we see is missing some time here before it becomes habitual? We want to make sure that we're intervening ahead of that. And so we do weekly check-ins. So each of us, myself included, our assistant principal as well, each member of that champion team takes on a small cohort of students. And from there, we meet with them weekly, celebrate their successes and growth. And then we have 5-week goals. And we do it short cycles. That way we can keep track, keep connected, and let them know, like, hey, somebody's here, somebody cares, somebody wants you to be here each and every day. And it's gotten to the point now where I have students coming to me in 6th grade saying, hey, Brozene, you know, I've got a dentist appointment. Is that going to mess up my attendance? Right? So they're now more aware of what it means and the importance of getting to school regularly.
There's got to be secret sauce at home as well, I'm guessing, because sure, you have them on board now, but you need the rest of their family to be on board with them as well. Yep. Is that part of the check-in also?
Absolutely. So we're going to make sure that we're reaching out with families and connecting with them. We want them to know the data points and let them know what we're offering. We utilize a homeschool communication system too. So we're posting everything that's going on in the school, the resources that are available to help bridge that gap, because it's not something we can just do at school. It's a partnership that we form with community members, staff. Families are the key cog in this, as well as the students too. So it's really about building those connections and making sure that they know as a leader that I'm available too. And so, like I say, at the end of my day, we got 0 unread emails. That's an important piece for me, because I want to make sure that they know that they can reach out and that someone's there responding in real time so they get their help that they need.
You mentioned data points. One controversial one people always talk about testing, standardized testing, and you guys have done well with that. Yeah. Does it come down to dedicating time towards it, or is it just a whole mindset when that rolls around?
It's a long-term process, and I think that's the most important thing that we look at here is what does it take day to day to build that preparedness and readiness? And we've got to engage scholars each and every day, make that learning meaningful and relatable to them, and show them how they can build from that knowledge base and kind of accelerate their learning. Yeah. And so for me, it's really about checking on what day 1 looks like all the way to testing day to ensure that they have those experiences in the classroom, they engage with one another, they engage with the teacher, they get challenged, and they get the feedback that's going to push their growth even further. Yeah,
you mentioned engagement. Here's another quote. This is from an adult. You probably have heard this one. Schools thrive when educators are respected and students are inspired. They're attributing this to something that you're able to do. Tell me about the inspiration and the respect within the design school.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's building students and getting to know them as an individual. As a 6 through 12, one of the things that we emphasize is, hey, we can be your last stop until you graduate. And so we make those connections and build that trust with families because it's an important piece for us. They know us, we're a school of about 500 students. So we get to know our students. Our vision is designing Baltimore one student at a time. So we look at that individualized approach and making sure that we're meeting those unique learning needs for scholars and helping them accelerate from where they are to where they want to be.
I love it. Big gala's coming up May the 20th. Each of the finalists, they get $2,500 to use within the school. Something tells me the design school has plenty of things you want to use that cash for.
Hey,
good to see you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming by.